Thank you very much for asking me to discuss the health situation. I am a doctor and a politician, so I don't know which one to attract and which one to attack. Let me say something about being a physician. I became a physician, I became a doctor when it was Pakistan, and I started practicing when Bangladesh was born, so I'm in both sides. Uh, in the last 50 years, the health service of Bangladesh has developed a lot. In the beginning, we were in trouble, definitely. Just let me say, immediately after the freedom fight, we only had one qualified orthopedic surgeon in the country. And now we are 2,000 plus orthopedic surgeons. So that shows where we have come. Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, father of the nation, who looked at everything, not only in the agricultural, the health and education and whatnot, to the extent that when he came to know that the trauma surgeons are needed and we had only few in the country, he immediately looked into it and sent quite a number of them abroad in the East European countries, Germany, East Germany and Russia and many other places, to be trained to come back. And these are general surgeons. They were trained and come back and became orthopedic surgeons to treat the trauma victims of the war. His vision, as many of us would know, that the development of the health service in the rural sector, in the periphery, in the poor people who are living in the periphery, and that's how we started the rural health centers, what is now in the Upazila Health Complex, now 50-bed hospital. It started as a 10-bed hospital. His vision was also to start the health services right into the village, and that has supposed to be, he kept a note. Luckily, when I became the health minister from 2009 to 2014, Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina gave me the or instructed me to revitalize the community clinics. She started the community clinics in 1996, but unfortunately the government afterwards discontinued, and it was my turn to reactivate and to restart many of them. Community clinic, Judith might know that this is every 6,000 people we have got a small two-room service in the village with no doctors, no nurses, but paramedics. This was a very challenging issue. The community clinics that was started in 1996 was abandoned and closed down. The rooms were vandalized, so we restarted and built about 14,000 community clinics, and now they have become the very most functional part of the health service. I use say functional. With the statistics, we know 10 to 15 million mothers and child and young people in the village take services of them. There are about 32 medicines that is delivered free of cost, and it is right in the village, managed by a committee, and it's managed by the village paramedics. We have Bangabandhu's health service, which was in the Upazila of sub-district, which was in that time it was 10-bed. Later on it became a 30-bed. Now it's a 50-bed hospital in the sub-district with the operation theatre facility. And in between, in the unions, what we call this cluster of villages, what we call union, we have got union sub-centers. So we have got community clinic, union sub-centers, and the sub-district or Upazila hospital, and then the district hospitals. The district hospitals at one time was 50 bed, then into 100 bed, then now it is mostly 250-bed district hospitals. And above that, we have got medical schools and the hospitals. And above that, we have got a specialty hospitals, meaning the cardiac hospital, the cardiac institute, eye institute, orthopedic institute, ENT institute, etc., Burn Institute, latest Sheikh Hasina Burn Institute, and the neurosurgical centers, etc. So we have got a wonderful infrastructure from the Dhaka, from the best institutes where we can do kidney transplant, coronary bypass, to the village where the for simple headaches and diabetes people can get free treatment. And as you know, this is a free treatment facility for all. I would say this is a wonderful system that we have been able to develop since the connections. Unfortunately, the level of management that is needed to cater this whole machinery is not functioning as we would like. And we need, I believe, that we need some changes in this management, for which I have been advocating, and there are many doctors and physicians and politicians also advocating some change in the management in the big hospitals, in the district hospitals, and in these sub-centers also. So if we could make this a hospital system, or what we call curative system, so far I have been discussed the curative system or health system based on the hospitals, can make it functional, then it would be a wonderful system. No doubt, we all would know that there are preventive systems, there are education involved in the health system, which is medical schools, undergraduate and postgraduate, and the management of this preventive health is the most important issue at the present age. We all would know that the COVID situation has one micro virus has stumbled the whole world. And it is not only Bangladesh, it is the best and developed countries like UK, USA, France, and who not, is in trouble. Not only we did not understand how it is coming and what it is coming and what to be done, none of the people or none of the doctors or the managers in the world understood what it is going to be. We thought we were, or as a whole, we thought we were beginning to control as the vaccine is coming into play. But as we know now, this is probably not the issue. The issue probably for which we will need to scratch a lot of our heads and to find out the solutions. So preventive health is a very important issue around the whole world, which is many places being neglected, not only in Bangladesh, but also in developed countries, and now we know the problems. The health education, as we say, health needs to be rearranged and rethought of. The disease pattern has completely changed. The infective situations of polio and TB and meningitis and many things have gone away, but we have got blood pressure and cancer and heart disease and diabetes and completely new era and new things that have come to, not only in Bangladesh but around the whole world. And this needs a new, as we just are saying, preventive health and the health education in the society, and we need to look into it much more carefully, otherwise we all are going to be in trouble. So this changes in management in the health, not only in the village service, also in the senior or management, in the management of curative health needs also a very serious issue and serious look into the problems that we can do. Of all these, I would say, as I said, the Bangladesh has come a long way, and from almost zero health service in the beginning in 1971 to we have got 31 medical schools in the government sector. In the private sector, we have got too many, much more than I would like. And in the private health is entirely another arm of the health service. Unfortunately, the private health service, or fortunately, whatever you call, nearly 60 to 70% of the health service being delivered by the private health service system. Unfortunately, the out-of-pocket expenditure also remains very high, and this needs to be controlled. The family planning and the birth control situation needs to be looked into, which has been neglected for a long time. So the issues are many, and many things that need to be
Sir,
looked
I have
into.
1 more minute for you, for the sake of the
Thank you.
other speaker, sir.
Okay, no, I understand. So I would say Bangabandhu looked into the health situation from the village to the topmost. Bangabandhu's daughter, Honorable Prime Minister, is very serious concern about the health problems in Bangladesh. I have been lucky to manage her health service for some time, and I would say that we had some trouble in managing the COVID in the beginning, but we have overcome the situation. As Honorable Prime Minister is looking into it all the time and taking care. So Bangladesh health service, I would say we have got doctors that can deliver services. I would say that the structures to deliver services are in there. I believe that if we could reorganize and manage the situations a little better, Bangladesh is in a very good way, in a very good situation, that the health service, both curative, preventive, education, and many other ways, are in a position to deliver the health service and improve. And I believe it will come. I believe that we know, and we are thinking, many of us, including Honorable Prime Minister, is thinking how to improve the situation of the management. And hopefully it will come in future.
Good afternoon. This is Preeti Chakraborty, Chairman, Universal Medical College Hospital, and I am in FBCCI, Board of Directors. My question to our ex-health minister is because he has narrated a golden history of our development of healthcare. As all we know that our Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman has dreamt for a society who will not die without food, without health. So he was the part of it. But at the same time, he told regarding private healthcare, and as I'm in private healthcare arena, so all we know that truly 64% of the whole population is taking healthcare from private sector. But we cannot see any instruction or any observation or any information for the development of private healthcare in budget always. So what is your opinion regarding that? Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me permission for my medical college in your tenure. Thank you. It is running well.
Thank you. I think most expected that the health will probably be the first issue to come. I'd love to talk for next couple of hours about the health of all these things that I have not talked about. I have not talked about, or I did not touch the private health sector at all, because this itself is a big sector, as you know. All of us know that it's about 60 to 75% of the health sector. The health is in the private sector now. And unfortunately, to manage this private health sector, there is very little government regulation. There is hardly a small department, only few people sitting in the disease office. So, if we look into the Bangabandhu Bangladesh, and that time there was only one clinic in Dhanmondi with 10 beds, you see, and and that time to now you can see how many thousands of, I think it's about 13,000 or something private sector health clinics, the bigger hospitals, the smaller hospitals, medium scale hospitals. So the private sector needs to be looked into very seriously, and I believe the health ministry or the health management system in Bangladesh has to look into it quite separately and has to develop a lot of regulations to manage this. My personal issue with the private sector is this. People who has money would definitely go to the private sector. That's their option. There is nothing wrong in it. But I believe the people who has money should not claim the free health service in the government sector. That is the issue. So there are two conflicting issues that needs to be addressed. I have recently heard from the Honorable Prime Minister and I was very happy that she mentioned the health insurance in Bangladesh that should come in future. There should be some form of insurance, whatever we say. British health system, I had the opportunity of working in your country for 10 years, so I know reasonably well. It's very difficult to practice in Bangladesh to give free health service to all, and that is what we are based on, so free health service for all. So we need to do some steering of health service. So, but I would say the private sector is doing reasonably well, but needs to be very strongly regulated. There are bigger hospitals reasonably well, but the smaller and very small private sector hospitals are very badly managed. It needs a very big discussion, but I appreciate your question. Because the first question about the private and the government sector, unless we improve the private government sector, is there anything to do with the private sector? The answer is no. Definitely no. I have been doing some seminars quite last few weeks to see how we can improve the government sector. If you go to the Upazila Health Complex, let us start there, let's leave the community clinic because this is a small sector. If we go to from the Upazila Health Complex, if it is not clean, if there is no doctor, if there is no investigation, if you come to the district hospital, the same thing being repeated, the specialists are not there, not the clean hospital and the services are not there, then there is no way we can improve the government health service. And I believe it is the district hospitals and the Upazila hospitals and the sub-centers in the village, if we could connect this, meaning there should be a doctor, it is a clean place, there will be services available, the people are with a smiling face giving the services to the patients, and that is what I am talking about, the health service, and it is possible. If the Green Life Hospital here or the hospitals she is representing can, even I have a small hospital, can give services to the people by the local people, why the government sector cannot do it? We need to look into that, why and how to improve that. So yes, of course we need to improve the government sector, and I personally believe it is possible by changing the management. So the management by I as a minister, no matter what good minister you are, you cannot know their 400 Upazila health complexes, how they are functioning. It is not possible. So we need to, I believe you need to decentralize the health system management from the center, and once we can do that, I believe it will improve. I forgotten the next two questions.
Thank you, sir.